these were a surprise. Up until the last 2 years or so, to get a pair of headphones with active noise cancellation, you'd have to spend upwards of £100 on the big names such as Bose, Sony or Sennheiser. But recently there's been a flood of lower cost offerings promising to shut out the humdrum of your workplace, the noise of an aircraft cabin and even the TV at home to help you enjoy your music or movie watching and delete the disturbance. So when MPOW asked if I'd like to take a look and listen at their sub £100 active noise cancellation headphones, I jumped at the chance. For the last 3 weeks I've been putting them through their paces to see what they're all about. As always, I'll leave a link in the description so you can take a closer look at the specifications in your own time, and I'll run through the high level features and the pros and cons throughout the review to save you some time. The MPOW H5 costs around £60 and are certainly a stylish set of over-ear headphones. They arrive in this basic cardboard packaging alongside a micro USB charging cable, 3.5 to 3.5mm audio cable, some leaflets for the toilet and a soft touch carry pouch to keep them safe while travelling. Save for the plastic plating on the outside of the ear cups and some metal effect plastic on the slider arms, the H5s are coated in soft touch plastic which feels nice in the hand and easy to keep clean. Helps to add a touch of quality to the overall build and I think it's a good touch. The slider mechanism for the headband is a little clunky and it's stiff, but it's easy to get a good fit for various size heads, and once in place the headphones are comfortable and stay in place securely. The headband has a decent cushion comfort with no trouble over extended use, and the ear cups are made of a soft protein which is comfortable over the ears, but does mean you can feel warm over time and you will need to remove the headphones to reduce fatigue and heat built up around your ears. One other small issue I had was the fact that these do clamp onto your head a little and can feel a little tight. This may improve over time as they loosen up, but in my time testing them, this was something I wanted to note. The ear cups also swivel 45 degrees so you can rest them on your upper body when taken off or lay them flat on a table or a desk. A good touch, which also helps the ear cups to fit the shape of your head better too when in use. When you finish with the H5s, they fold up neatly and can be stowed in the included soft bag or in your own personal daily carry item. Overall, for build quality, these feel like a well built and comfortable set of headphones which is certainly up to the task of daily use, and I've had no issues over the last few weeks of use. In terms of connectivity, these are easy and quick to pair using Bluetooth 4.1 and have a claimed range of around 33 feet. This was certainly true in real world usage, and only when hard surfaces like walls were put in the way did signal begin to suffer. As an added bonus, the H5s can also be paired with an additional Bluetooth phone or device if required, for example if you have a work and a personal device. The claimed up to 30 hours of playback from the unspecified built-in battery is a little unrealistic, and in my use I was able to get around 16 hours of playback time before heading for the charger. They had around 50% power from the box and this lasted around 8 or 9 hours. Now whether this is a fault I'm unsure, but with this in mind and with around an hour of use every day, you'll still only need to recharge these every week or so, and this can't be a bad thing. And when the music is stopped, a recharge takes around 90 minutes, which is a lot quicker than the quoted time provided on the product page on Amazon. And if you completely run out of power, at this point you can continue playback should you wish via the 3.5mm input and the supplied cable. The controls work well and respond quickly, and my only small issue is the fact that the buttons have a very plasticky click to them, and this is transferred through the earpiece with a hollow clicking sound. Now it's not a big deal, but something I did note during my time testing. However, the buttons are covered in the same soft touch coating as the headphones, and this makes them comfortable to the touch. So as far as call quality goes from the built-in microphone, this sounds okay, but it doesn't appear to any noise cancellation, so this can be a bit of a challenge in noisier environments. In all honesty, the amount of times you'll actually need to make a call with these is very small, but it's important to cover this feature regardless for the sake of completeness. Audio sync over Bluetooth was also fine, with just a very small lag when watching movies, but it's something you get accustomed to quickly and becomes a non-issue after a short time. Okay, so with that out the way, let's talk about audio quality. With the ANC turned off, the H5s turn in a very reasonable performance, with decent low end which has good extension. It's more the bass that you can hear rather than the style which vibrates your ear canals, but it's enjoyable and well timed and doesn't smother the remainder of the frequency range. The mid-range is nice and clear and lends instruments good detail, and vocals and voices sound realistic and are placed well at the centre of the soundstage. Highs could do with a touch more bite and sparkle, but on the whole, taking price into account, these do not show themselves up and offer a very pleasing presentation. But when you activate the ANC, the H5s take on a whole different sonic signature with a much more dramatic presentation, almost like an equalization mode has been added to add more power. The sound is certainly more exciting and powerful, but this is sometimes at the expense of subtlety, and I found the mids and the highs became a little too bright for my taste, although the bass certainly was more punchy and benefits from the added weight. Also, at higher volumes using both Bluetooth and the 3.5mm input, I did notice a touch of distortion creeping in, but do bear in mind this was at volume higher than what the vast majority may find comfortable. But for the sake of the review, I wanted to see how the H5s performed at all volume ranges in a number of environments to measure their real world performance. The active noise cancellation is actually very good when taking the price into account. If you've never used ANC headphones before, then you'll have one hell of a surprise waiting for you when you use these for the first time with the noise cancellation turned on. Air conditioning noise is completely removed, the background sound of a TV is reduced to a distant mumble, and outside, general humdrum like conversations further away are all but hushed. Voices from TV shows and those people close to you can still be heard when having a conversation, and these won't completely remove the sound of cabin noise in an aircraft, but for the money they do an excellent job of banishing outside noise and allowing you to enjoy your music, movies, podcasts or your audiobooks with very little disturbance, and for this reason they come highly recommended for their relatively low cost. Sure, their sound isn't perfect and there's some minor niggles with comfort, but these are really very minor compromises, and if you use these for an hour or so a day, then I think you'll get along just fine with the MPOW H5s. They're great value for money, they're built well, they look good and offer audio quality which is more than good enough for the vast majority of people looking for a great sounding set of Bluetooth headphones, which also have the added bonus of a very effective active noise cancellation system and decent battery life. And for this reason, you really can't go wrong for the money. If you've got any questions, then please leave these in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget, I'll leave a link in the description so you can find out more about these in your own time. But for now though, this has been my review of the MPOW H5 Active Noise Cancelling Bluetooth headphones. My name is Mr. West, and I will catch you guys later.